Hey everyone, what's going on? So I'm actually about to show you guys how I made Kaguya from Kaguya-sama. I actually made this back in like June of last year, like 2022, and I found the video and I totally forgot I never edited or uploaded this, so we're doing it now. So start off, just drag down that basic chin shape. Just squish in the sides of the head right there, and then get just a nice head shape. Just make it look nice and snazzy there. And then just sculpt the rest of the face and you're done. Congrats! Alright, well, that was everything for me, so later, everybody. You're still here. Fine. So, as you saw, we have, for real this time, we sculpted in just a basic head shape, keep everything very simple and plain. Like I said, I made this back in June using the masking tool here. We just drag out a neck and it looks nice and, like some drapes, and, we gotta smooth that out because necks don't really look like that. At least I don't think so, at least not anyone I've ever encountered. Doing a little bit more shaping over time, just little basic things here and there. It's kind of crazy watching this using the same masking method we make the greatest ear known to mankind. Look at that, looks exactly like an ear. I've never seen a more perfect human ear shape in my life. Marking out where the eyes should be and everything right here. It's kind of crazy going back and watching some of this again, because I've done a few sculpts since this. I did this sculpt and then I kind of took a break as I made Squidward's head here and I mark out the jawline. And then I kind of took a break because I got kind of fatigued, and I've really gotten back into it in the last couple months. And just seeing how weird some of these spots look, or how I've done stuff now, and I'm still learning even now. And because, like, for example, right here we add in this nice red color. The eyes were just too plain, just staring into our soul, so I made them red to extra stare into your soul. Here I was mostly just using remesh, the remesh method, to kind of just try and make some eye shape, just trying to work on it slowly over time. It looks horrifying right now. You refine it over time. You just kind of go from there. The same thing for the lips. We're using the crease brush. We draw, where the lip indent would be. Then we do the top lip, followed by the bottom and the chin, that whole area. But yeah, it's kind of wild just watching how some of this stuff looks, because a lot of this stuff doesn't really end up how, like, in the final product. Like, I do a lot of little edits, especially over time. Like, I'll have more detail in than I should, and I'll need to, like, adjust the face shape and stuff like that. I'm still working on things, but it's just kind of wild seeing how horrifying, especially some of this early stages were compared to. I feel like there's still that ugly stage at the beginning, but I definitely feel like I've improved on the block out stages. Personally, that's just how I feel, especially compared to this. The ear, greatest ear of all time. I think that might have been the first ear I ever really, like, sculpted like that. Using the vertice, we drag out. I've used this method numerous times. Shrink wrap and solidify, make the eyebrows, make the eyelashes. Same method, just using that vertice, extruding it out with the snap tool on, and then that's a shrink wrap, and just kind of shaping again, going back to the eyes. Realizing that they were wrong, and so fixing that. Then I had to fix the eyelashes because of that, and now here comes the hair, baby. Using the curves method, I could make a video about this because it's fun. You take the curve, you duplicate it, you shape it, you duplicate it, you shape it, you duplicate it, you shape it. You know what you do then? You duplicate it to the other side and you shape it. Hey, you want to know what the next step is? You want to know? I'm about to tell you. You delete the entire left side because you hate it and you start over. 3D modeling's fun. I tend to keep the hair pretty basic to start off with. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of give you an idea of, like, what the character is, because I don't want to go. I want to kind of get the pose in, do all that stuff, and then really just go wild with the hair. It's kind of been. I enjoy that part the most. Possibly the most. I used a vertex paint here to kind of paint the lips to kind of get a good idea about what I'm looking at. Added some hair into the back, as you can see there, as I'm modeling the body. Duplicate those arms, delete them because I'm an idiot and I can just use a mirror modifier. And then traps of steel, baby. Look at those bad boys. She could be a linebacker. Well, we're just kind of doing some general body shapes here. We join the body and the neck together, smooth that out. Add in the, I don't remember what this body part, this muscle is called, the staphylos something or other. I don't remember. I tend to make things a bit thicker, and that's totally fine, because you can always smooth it out later and make it a bit, refined. There was a few times, actually, in these recordings that my recording software, I completely forgot to turn it on, to be honest. So yeah, I didn't feel like doing the hands, so I just downloaded somebody's hands, joined them to the body, and that was me smoothing that out. Taking another sphere, though, we're going to add the shirt. I chose to do it this way. I could have turned the body into the shirt. I could have done it that way, but I wanted to make the shirt over top the body, just in case there's any changes I wanted to do. Add in our armature, delete the face bones. No emotions today. We don't need them. We're using the Rigify here, or at least we tried to, but then when I tried to use automatic weights, I broke my blender. So, that was fun. Here, so I'm going to be messing with some lightings here. This was again another thing where I didn't realize that I was using Streamlabs to record this. It hadn't recorded, unfortunately. So I UV unwrapped the face and the eyes, and I texture painted them, added in some reds. I texture painted the eyes, and yeah, I kind of liked that step, and I wish I had that recording, but no, life hates me. So here we add in a little bit more red. Even to this day, honestly, I'm kind of still getting used to texture painting, especially the faces. I'm trying to make them look more lifelike, even though, I'm going like more semi-realistic with the styles, adding in some reds to the body, because if you look at your hands, guess what? There's some red in there. You got blood all over your body. It's kind of crazy, right? We add in another sphere, and that's how we're getting the collar of the shirt, and just kind of shaping it. Just little bits, you don't have to rush it. It's kind of similar. It's like a block out method, just kind of over time, just kind of get the rough shapes in, and then add in more detail as you go along. It's pretty easy. It's not too bad. I kind of like it, Here we're adding the collar, what's that called? Cuff. That's it. Loop tool to add that circle in there. Loop tool, free add-on in Blender already. You just have to enable it. It's great. I recommend. Here, we're adding the little hair ribbon. We're going to add in the subdivision modifier and fix whatever it just did to my textures here. And then we're going to put it right behind her head, because the ribbon's behind her head. Call it a hunch. And guess what? Hair's back. I kind of actually added some strands of hair I was kind of doing it through the camera view, because I kind of wanted to see how the camera could view it, and that's how I kind of modeled extra strands of hair in there. Here we're just adding in the last little bit of details. I was fixing the bottom eyelash. The background, I kind of was trying to model it around the intro, and I realized it looked more like the little cups that we had as kids, and I hated it, so I deleted it and did it all over. And yeah, I kind of like the way it turned out. Here, this is the last thing I did. I added the ribbon on her shirt there. So added that nice little ribbon, and ta-da! It's Kaguya, completed in her final form. I actually really like this one still. Going back, looking at it from almost a year now, a year on, I actually still kind of like this one. Maybe one day I'll go back and redo it. I feel like there's a few areas I can see where I can improve on myself. Just kind of going back and seeing, like, if I could do it better kind of thing. But still, looking back at this from over like a year ago, I like it. And yeah, hopefully you had fun in this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. My name's Dusty Mill. Bye, everybody.